Everybody, day 12 of the Anti-Bitch Challenge. Keeping the progress going. That means we are doing a single task, two tasks, one spiritual, one mental, one physical. However you decide to break up the spiritual and mental is up to you. We're doing those every day. Recording a yoga flow, uploading it, and 20 minutes of Latin are my challenges. Doing this to show the power of consistent change. Already I could tell the difference in how limber my body is feeling. And today we will take the time to honor transitions. Have some exciting news coming up in my professional life, in the space of putting things out there that are going to be changing and simply figuring it out, stepping through faith and not through fear. And a lot of times, in times of transition, as one of my good friends, Kiki, would say, it's like, woo! People are acting like the chickens with their heads cut off or just in a coop. Everyone doesn't really know how to act, but then everything stabilizes and things are fine. With that emphasis, it's always worth noting how you are recognizing yourself during these times of transition, the efforts that you are putting in, and taking the time to be a little bit more smooth in how you're handling your own thought process. Let's begin by taking a big inhale in, exhaling it out, maintaining strong sit bones. Let's put our shoulders up, back, and down, and taking another big breath in through our diaphragm, and exhaling it out. Let's do that 5 more times. Coming in fresh after the workout, this flow will be more active today. Active and back focused. Ground more into the mat. Release more tension. Allowing your breath to lead. One more big inhale in. We will meet in a tabletop pose. As we commonly start, hands are shoulder width distance apart. Our knees are hip width distance apart. Take the side profile. We will take some rounds of cat and cow. Inhaling up with broad collarbones. Pushing away from the earth with our toe tops and our wrists. Working on that balance. Inhaling for cat, energetically drawing the hips towards our elbows. Inhaling, looking up with broad collarbones. Hands gripping the mat, connecting with the earth. We'll go back to regular orientation. Be here for 4 more breaths. Inhaling up. Inhaling up again. Eyes look up. Exhaling, breathing from the mid part of our back. Inhaling up. Breathing from the mid part of our back. Here as well, relaxing the shoulders. Exhaling, bringing the energy energetically through, finding more space and ease, not strain. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, we will go into bird dog, opposing limbs. My right arm is by my bicep. My right bicep is by my ear. My left leg is lifted, twisting, rotating the toes down towards the mat. Exhaling, replacing, opposing side. Inhaling in, left bicep by the left ear, right foot, toes towards the mat. Exhaling down 3 more times. Initializing from the breath first. Inhaling, straight line. Pushing from the earth, exhaling, releasing. Exhaling, releasing. 1 more time. Inhaling, right arm, left leg. Exhaling, releasing. Right arm, left leg going down to the mat, resetting. Inhaling, left arm, right leg. Inhaling, releasing. Taking the time to warm up. Placing our hands into the mat, placing our toe tops down, untucking our toes, and going into downward facing dog. Head is heavy. Weight is in the index finger and the thumbs. Internally rotating our arms so the elbow creases are going towards the mat, or to the screen, or wherever you're located, to the front of your mat. And also working our hips energetically down. Hips are high, head is heavy. Heels are energetically moving down. Pedal out the dog as we're taking a step. Making sure to let the breath lead. Couple more breaths. Reminded that I'm already warm. So take whatever time you need to. Honoring times of transition. Inhaling, coming into plank, exhaling, lowering down, pushing our elbows back, inhaling for upward facing dog or baby cobra. We will be here for cobra for 3 breaths. So inhale, strengthening the back, release. Inhale, hands by the rib, pushing up. Exhaling, release. Inhale, lifting up, last one. Exhale, release, pushing back into downward facing dog. Look between your hands and walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, making sure to push the hips back, not necessarily collapsing forward. Inhaling, halfway lift, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, look up, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to prayer. We'll do that one more time. Actually, we're going to go straight into reverse swan dive. Inhaling our arms up, hinging the hips back, releasing forward over forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, releasing down. Inhaling for cobra or upward facing dog, 1 breath. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Lifting our right leg up into the air, stepping it through our hands, twisting our back foot 45 degrees for warrior 1, rotating our hips towards the pelvis, rotating our pelvis towards the front of the mat. Inhaling in, going down, stepping our feet back. We're going to skip the upward dog, exhaling for downward facing dog, lifting our left leg up into the air, stepping it through, twisting our back foot down 45 degrees, making sure that you are placing it 45 degrees to not do undue stress onto your joints. Inhaling up, arms straight up into the air, rotating our pelvis towards the front of the mat. We'll be here for 1 breath. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing our hands down. Inhaling to plank, exhaling, lowering down, inhaling for cobra, halfway lift, exhaling for downward facing dog, lifting the right leg up into the air, stepping it to the outside of our right palm for a brief lizard, drop the knee, tuck the toes, plant the left palm, lifting our right hand up into the air, rotating from our ribs. Opening up from there is what we want. Relaxing our hip flexors in this pose, making sure that your feet are aligned. We will be here for 3 breaths. The smoothness of transitions might not always go how we want, but we must honor the fact that we are trying. Inhale, our ribs up. Exhale, lower down. On an inhale, step your right foot back to plank. Lower down on the exhale for chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, hands by the ribs. Strengthening that spine. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg up into the air. Stepping it towards the outside of the left hand. Dropping the back knee, the right knee. Untucking the toes. Planting the right palm, lifting the left Hand up into the air, rotating from the rib cage, honoring the space of transition, energetically moving your right hip forward, the leg that's extended to the back forward, the leg that is bent slightly back. Your thighs are like magnets. Working to help the pelvis align, finding more space. Inhaling, release down. Stepping back on an inhale for plank pose. Exhaling, lowering down for chaturanga. Taking a second here to reset and release. Hands by the ribs, inhaling up. Halfway lift. Inhaling up for cobra pose. Exhaling, downward facing dog. We are going to step our right foot outside of our right palm and our left foot outside of our left palm for a yogi squat. Bringing our hands up to prayer position. Inhaling our chest up, eyes up, everything up. Heels are grounded into the mat. If this is too much, feel free to sit on the ground. Find some blocks or a book, anything sturdy and heavy to sit, to place underneath your sit bones. We're going to hang out here, rotating. Honoring transitions is such an important part. Oftentimes we can be so afraid of change that we do not allow ourselves to simply move through life in a way that is helpful for us. So keep that in mind, okay? Always keep that in mind. We are agents for change. Human condition is a lot different than human nature. We will be here for 3 more breaths. Last breath. Place your hands onto the mat. Gently find a seat, however you need to get there. Begin rounding our practice down. Extending our legs out wide, shaking our legs out. Inhaling our left hand up into the air. Exhaling, releasing down. Making sure to breathe to our right side, making sure to breathe from the side body. Both side bodies, here and here. The tendency here is to restrict our breath, rotate the ribs upwards, energetically speaking. Fold on down. On your next inhale, come up to neutral. Both arms up into the sky. Left arm down towards the shin, the right arm follows on an exhale. Grounding from the sit bones, flexing the feet, this is pointing, flex the feet, breathing from the side body, and getting that active engagement from the pose. Next inhale, we are going to meet in the middle, releasing our hands down, bringing our feet together, our heels together for bound angle pose. The bound angle pose, tall sit bones, tall chest, relaxing the shoulders down. We'll be here for 1 more breath, inhaling. And exhaling, release. Find the mat with your entire body, your back body, laying down flat. I'm going to rotate so my feet's not in the camera anymore. Hugging our left knee into our chest. We're flat on our back. Inhaling our left leg over to the right side. Grounding from the shoulders. You might simply stay here. That might be what's accessible to you. As you exhale and release, your body might find more looseness. Hips can be very tight. I just felt an adjustment in mine. If you have a block or something to place up to keep the structural integrity, that is the most important in everything in yoga. Breath and integrity of the posture. Inhaling our knee up to our chest. From a grounded shoulder position, our right shoulder's grounded in. Inhaling our right knee to our chest. Our right knee is going towards our left side. This is too much strain on your neck. Face the same side that the knee is going into, but ensure that you are grounded. Try not to lift up your shoulder just to get the knee to the ground. Your body's not there yet. You're working with structural integrity. Breathing and lengthening from the side body. Inhaling, exhaling and returning to neutral. Exhaling our leg to meet the other for corpse shavasana pose. And we'll take the time to simply be allowing the thoughts to be observed, releasing them all. Begin to come back into your body as we're closing up our practice. Find small, gentle movements. Roll over to a side. Honor your transition, the effort and time that you put into this practice. All effort is cumulative. As you go throughout your days, continue to find spaces of change and honor them and honor yourself. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to have an opinion that suits your highest self. Keep rocking on in the free world. Today's anti-bitch challenge is complete. Again, it's about that consistency and that discipline to build the person that you want to be. Understanding that the true self is indestructible. Things might get in the way, but they are all external. The internal war, the internal fight, the internal presence. However you decide to look at it, they may not be a war to you. However, know that it is all internal, as everything is all mental. Let's work through it together, through our collective consciousness. Thank you for taking the time to practice. Namaste.